Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I'm Methodical Destruction, and I decided to play this game as a side LP in addition to the 1,000-Year Door, just to kind of shake things up. I'm going to be updating this Let's Play about 3 times a week, so 4 days you will have 4 days you'll have the 1,000-Year Door, and 3 days you'll have Kirby. So without further ado, let's get started on File 1. And now we can go to the first world, which is Cookie Country. And one thing I need to correct myself on is that we chose File 2, not File 1, so sorry about making that little gaffe there. But now we can go into Stage 1, which is very fun indeed. As with every Kirby game, the first stage is always the easiest. Right now it's telling you how you can do 4-player, but we're just going to be doing 1-player. I might actually be teaming up with Samarican23 in the future. I don't know how interested he is in doing a Kirby game, though. He's not a big Kirby fan. So, yeah, it seems like this is going to be mostly a solo Let's Play. But that's okay, because this game is pretty fun on your own, too. But obviously it can be fun with friends, too. We have the sword ability now, which is really fun and cool to do. And basically the sword ability lets you cut through enemies in various ways. The one thing that's really cool about this Kirby game, unlike the others, is that you can actually, all abilities, not just some of them, let you use different kinds of moves depending on how you use it. Like, basically like the Super Smash Bros. Games, actually. This game is a lot like Brawl, and I think that's really cool, so it's definitely a nice addition to a modern Kirby game. I also like this one more than Epic Yarn. I think most of you have probably played Epic Yarn before, but I enjoy this one quite a bit more just because it's more traditional Kirby gameplay. That's what I like. I like the original Kirby games because some of you who were from my channel from earlier probably know I was attempting to, well, do a Let's Play of Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, but I scrapped that Let's Play because I just wasn't interested, really. Nightmare in Dreamland is a pretty simplistic game, and it's more of a game that you're better off playing rather than Let's Playing. It's just not, you know, good for Let's Playing, basically. This ability I just did is the Super Suck. That's the only name I can think of it for it. But the Super Suck basically lets you swallow really huge objects and then spit them out in a basically indestructible star, which is pretty cool. We're going to Super Suck this guy in. And basically you have to shake the Wii Remote as you are sucking, and that will make you do the Super Suck, which is... wait, hold on, sorry. Which I'm never going to get over. I think that's really funny. But yeah, you can do that. And here we actually have a super enemy. And this is also a new addition to Return to Dreamland, because basically it lets Kirby do a super powerful copy ability that can usually ravage through enemies. I think all of them are attacking moves. Oh crap. Let's cut through these guys. You're not invincible though, that's the one thing that you gotta be careful about. Enemies will still hurt you even when you have a super copy ability. So watch out. And we basically just have to cut through these enemies here. Basically, you can tell by how they're placed that the game designers wanted you to slash through these guys really easily. And it's fun. Okay, let's get these guys out of the way. And I like these new super abilities, even though they're only situational. Like, you can't take a super ability with you anywhere. I still think they're enjoyable to use, and so, you know, if you want to use them a lot, then you'll have to go back to the level they were in, because there's no taking them anywhere. They also have a time limit, as you might have seen, so you have to watch out for that, and I just got hit by a Waddle Dee. Whatever. Let's Super Suck this guy, and then spit him out. That wall behind us is actually a death wall, so if we want to be deathed, then we will be hit by the death wall, but we do not want to be deathed. One thing that's cool about the Super Suck ability is that when you shoot out a big clump of enemies, or one giant enemy, it'll create a star that will basically be kind of like a shield that will blast through blocks and enemies, and so that's really useful. Let's get this guy. And whoa, come on, let's go. Okay, good. Now we're through the door, and we have a couple choices of copy abilities. We have Fire and Sword. I'm going to choose Sword because we actually have a little mini-boss coming up. And this is Sphere Doomer, and we'll actually be seeing Sphere Doomer a couple times throughout Returns to Dreamland. Well, let's be careful. Really, the bosses in this game are pretty freaking easy, so I'm not going to worry too much about them. Oh, missed. Okay. And there we go, really easy, didn't even take a hit, so that's good. And we have energy spheres, and basically I picked one up earlier, but energy spheres are needed to power the, what's it called, the Lore Star Cutter, I believe it's called. And so, they're not necessary to complete the game, but I believe they unlock a special ending, like in most Kirby games. So, it's worth your time to pick them up if you so please. And this is a kind of a cool little goal game where basically you press 2 as you're going down and it'll launch you up. And if you do it well, like I just did, you actually get a couple 1-ups, I believe. I'm not sure what it is for this game, but I believe that's what it is. This is obviously similar to the Kirby Adventure style ending of the levels where you bounce up like that. I think it's a bit easier in this game, though, because you can kind of tell when you need to press the 2 button on the controller. But now we are entering Stage 2. And Stage 2 isn't much harder than Stage 1. Let's actually copy this enemy's ability, because it's kind of cool. This is Leaf Kirby. Again, Leaf Kirby is a new Kirby. And what was I saying? Yeah, this stage isn't really much harder than Stage 1. This whole first world is basically getting you used to the Kirby physics and stuff like that. So no worries, we're not going to get killed or really hurt that much. But let's see, let's get rid of this guy. And this is, a lot of the abilities are pretty good in this game, especially some of the new ones are really interesting. Most notably, I would say water is pretty cool. I've always wanted a water Kirby, and I wondered why it took so long to make it, because like, it's so obvious of a choice to make a water Kirby. You have Ice Kirby, you got Fire Kirby, and now it just finally we got Water Kirby, so that's cool. And what we're doing is we're riding on a Warp Star, and the Warp Star is basically just for visual effect, and it will take you through the level really fast to a different area, and they are necessary, so it's not like it's an option. Do we want Cutter? I guess we do. Cutter's a cool ability, a nice returning ability, and it will actually help us out in this section here because we can cut the ropes off of those guys and kill them. Isn't that nice of Kirby? That's what I kind of find funny about these kind of video games. It's meant to be super cute and for children, but Kirby's mass murdering things, and it's all fun. It's all in good fun. Kirby's not a bad person. He's just made that way. Let's get rid of that guy. And wow, we're doing really good with Cut. Oh, man. Oh, well, we got another Cutter here. Those enemies are called Sir Kibbles, by the way, just so you guys know. And if we cut this one, we can get this little star here. And basically what those stars do, which I didn't mention, is that if you collect 100 of them, they will give you a life. So you don't go out of your way to collect them. If it's going to kill you, then just avoid them. But it's always an option. And so if you see them, then pick them up. But you don't really have to. This is kind of a cool thing. This is a cannon that basically will annihilate everything in your path. There's not a lot of these, but they're cool to have anyway. Going through these guys. Whoa. We're going to want to jump here. And that will raise that. Very good. I think I died, actually, the first time I did that. That's a little bit weird. Here, okay. Let's just throw this away. We don't need it anymore. Because now we can actually get our first gear for the level. And actually, we got it again. Okay. Well, whatever. That's all we need to do with that. And now we are Needle Kirby. And Needle Kirby can shoot needles out of his body. I believe if you hold it, or... yeah, you can do that. If you kind of rock the D-pad, then Kirby will shoot out spikes, which is pretty cool. Not really much point to it, because you have to stop to do it. So, you know, Needle Kirby's okay. There are better abilities, though. And did he just stick to the... oh, I guess you can actually stick to surfaces with it now. I never knew that. That's kind of cool. I haven't beaten this game, I'll be honest with you, but I have played through most of it. As you saw from the file, it's at 36%. So I do know at least the physics for this game and a couple things about it. So that's cool. And I don't know what that was. I guess my neighbor was playing music there for a second. So that's kind of interesting. But anyway, we are now going to go through this door here, and we have two abilities here. We have Spark and we have Fire. Let's go with Spark, because we have not shown that. Actually, Beam, sorry. Beam is cool. It's the same as in Kirby Superstar and Superstar Ultra. I like doing this charge attack. It's really powerful and does a good amount of damage. Whoa. Okay. Let's just fly over him slowly. And charge up another beam. And charge up another beam. And there we go, he's dead. Let's get his ability just so we can see what it is. Do the Super Suck, and it's just Sword Kirby, so let's get rid of it and go back to our beam ability. And we'll get this little star piece here. And, oh boy. Maybe we should have kept Sword. I'll have to go back for that, because I plan on doing this game 100%. It's not really that hard anyway. But it seems that we actually missed 2 of the energy spheres. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. So yep, that was level 2, and level 2 was quite a bit shorter because it didn't have that one section where we were running away from the murdery death wall. But anyway, now that stage 2 is over, I believe I'm going to call it for this video. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of this LP. I think I will, because I'm having fun so far. Anyway, I am Methodical Destruction. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you would like to see more. Goodbye.